Everybody, this is King Choi from The Sims 3, and with me is Sarah Holding, producer on The Sims 3 movie stuff. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, King.
Well-
It's great to be here.
Well, I hope you're happy to be here. We're actually going to be showing off some great, exciting things coming your way from The Sims 3, along with new places that you can bring your Sims into. And remember, today we're going to be trying to also answer as many questions as we can about what you're seeing. And so use the hashtag TheSimsLB, along with using it, cover it live to make sure that we get to see your questions, and we'll try to answer as many as we can.
Definitely.
So Sarah's going to be bringing us some movie magic by having you take a look at the Sims 3 movie stuff that just got released last week, right?
Yes.
And I'm going to be doling out more details about the Sims 3 Into the Future that's coming out later in October. And finally, Lisa Smith, producer on the Sims 3 store, is going to be giving your first look into the Sims 3 Midnight Hollow that's coming out next week. I think we're actually really excited to be here. We have a great show that's coming your way. So I think, Sarah, you got some great stuff that's coming in on the Sims 3 movie stuff.
Yes.
You're ready to share, right?
Yeah, I'm going first, so let's kick this off and take a look at movie stuff.
Great.
So the first thing I'm going to show you here, this is our Origin incentive. This is the director's stuff. And you get 6 exclusive items if you order the game from Origin. We have this film reel canister here. We have this lovely sort of pile of movie accessories. We've got a cable and a clapper board. We have this director's chair, which is really nice. You can see over here, it's got a couple different design modes on it. We have this lamp. And we have my personal favorite here, which is the spotlight. And I'm going to show you some of the design modes on this. It kind of echoes our hero and villain content. But yeah, we have just the regular, plain, ordinary one. But we also have some really fun, exactly, and llamas. We have some really fun Sims decals that kind of light up the light here. Very cute. This is our Super Justice Llama decal. We're gonna leave it on that. And I'm gonna show you the 6th item that comes with the director's set, and we have that over here. That's this this big kind of movie light object.
Really sets the stage.
It does. It's great for kind of framing scenes. Now we're going to take a look at some of the content that comes in the movie stuff pack. First, I'm going to show you this thing through the door here. This is a kind of movie backdrop. And
so it sits right behind.
It does.
Yeah, okay.
This is one of my favorite tricks. I love setting this backdrop, you know, behind a door that's got a cutout the way this Western style door does.
So I don't feel the pressure of needing to build out a whole
Exactly,
scene behind
you know,
it. Like I can
hey,
just kind of like.
it's a movie. We've got some Western stuff back here. Here we have our lovely Wanda Western Sim. She's taking a nap on our new bed, and you know she's resting in between takes. We have a rocking chair, so if you don't have Supernatural or Aurora Skies, this is a great opportunity to get a rocking chair for The Sims 3. Up here we have kind of our Western bulletin board / wanted posters. We might see a Sims favorite there. I know you all know who she is, and and we've got a couple different designs on this, you know, so you can get a variety of looks. I really like this asset and a lot of these Western assets. I'm gonna go over here too, to this painting. We've got this lovely lady here.
The lovely lady.
That's right, but we also have, you know, this kind of Wild West show promo, and we've got our contemplative loon cowboy on the plains, which is great. This is a new dresser, and
Kind of looks kind of bar-ish.
yes,
Yeah,
it's,
so you
it's
can
meant,
put it behind on a bar.
you know, in fact, here you can see, you can see my cowboy sim there in the reflection of the mirror, getting his drink on. And we've got a new bar with matching bar stools, oopsie, that complements the dresser there.
You just showed us the backstage.
That's
I
right, that's the
appreciate
backstage. Pretend you didn't see that, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. It's movie magic.
Here's another one of our new Western assets. It's this nifty little table that's kind of got this woodwork burned into it. And if our Sims need to use the restroom on the set, we have the all-in-one bathroom.
No star treatment. It's just.
That's right. This is
I guess
the
maybe this is the star treatment.
the all-in-one bathroom outhouse. Well, you can do everything in here. The stars
there
can
you
go
go.
in here. They can shower. You know, they can use the bathroom. They can woohoo if they're feeling frisky.
Well, there you go.
And I can tell you, folks, when we decided to make the Sims 3 movie stuff, as soon as we decided on this kind of spaghetti Western theme, the first thing we decided we had to do was an all-in-one bathroom outhouse. It was just, you know, we had to do that.
I'm not sure I want that in real life, but
It's awesome in the movies.
It's in the movies.
I'm gonna move our lovely director's set light out of the way. This is a new saloon door, which is very nice. And now, let's see, we're going to go over here and take a look at this sign. And this sign has a couple different design modes on it too, which is neat. Alright, so we're going to move away from our Western set here, and we're going to take a look at our hero and villain content. Again, you can see we've got the backdrop going here, and we have our lovely
That's some epic.
super sailor
Yeah.
hero here sitting in her throne. And we have this table that is basically crime hotspots. Or if you're a villain, it could be, you know, good places to rob. I don't know.
I really see these kind of like new stories coming through with just these
Yeah.
objects, right?
And these are really neat too. I love these. This is kind of the, you know, the wall decor. Got the hero one over here, and that was the villain one we just looked at. And this is one of my favorite objects for the hero and villain layers. It's, you know, this giant treasure case full of your costumes and other acquisitions, maybe people you defeated or retired heroes. We have this great hand that's kind of levitating here.
A levitating hand.
Yes, we love the levitating hand. This is her sidekick, Squirrel Girl. We do have child assets. Yeah. Okay. So if you look at the back of her helmet here, she's got the squirrel tail.
Just,
so this
just
is Squirrel
so
Girl.
you were confused.
It's a super sailor's sidekick.
Yeah.
We have a new dresser console here that's very high tech, very super. We've got this lamp, which I love, which is shaped like a giant laser.
Won't call it a lamp, more like a like a sculptural
It's,
lighting unit.
yes. This over here, we have a new dresser, and again, I'm gonna take a look at the design modes here. The dresser has several of our decals on it. Here's our evil freezer bunny. Our good
I didn't
freezer
know
bunny.
Freezer Bunny could be evil until now.
Only in movie stuff.
Only in movie
is
stuff,
the
finally.
introduction of Evil Freezer Bunny.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see Evil Freezer Bunny come back in some future products. This here is a shower that looks like a phone booth. Again, we decided we were going to do superhero content. We had to show off. We had to make a shower.
Yeah, just in case I want to pretend like I'm taking phone calls.
That's
during
right.
Showers.
Which is what everyone
Yeah,
wants to do.
Exactly.
All right, so here is our horror content. We kind of went with spooky horror here. And you can see we've got this wonderful kind of decaying spiderweb glass door, and we've got the movie backdrop in the background that's a haunted house scene with a graveyard. We have a new bookcase here. You can see again, our friend the Freezer Bunny is taking center stage there as sort of a spooky Freezer Bunny, and he's got some spooky friends down on the bottom. We have another wonderful door here, and we have this really unique wall lamp that we have an octopus tentacle, a kind of bat wing, and a crab claw. You can see here, this is our female teen. She's wearing this sort of gothic leather ensemble.
So that's what I wore when I was a teen.
That's right. I can imagine
I was
you in
all
that.
about studs and chains and.
And we have another new bed here. This one's kind of Tombstone inspired. Let's take a look at some of the presets we've got on that. You can see that one's a little more Tombstone-like. That one's wood. And then, of course, here's the one that we started off with. And this bed, you know, is really neat. I love the four-post beds. I always think we need more of them in The Sims. And we have this end table that, oops, there we go, has some lovely little snakes, and they've got tiny tongues on them. I don't know if you
That's
guys
some
can see
details.
those. Yeah, I love the tiny tongues. This is, in my mind, the He Who Must Not Be Named coffee table. And we have this great kind of tattered curtain here, and it's got a spider on top, and that's really fun. And over here we have the mother, and she's dressed in another one of our new movie stuff clothing assets. Is this great kind of tattered dress with this beautiful lacework, and it's a little hard to see her hair up against this wall, but she's got a new hairstyle
Yeah.
that we're doing.
I've even seen some of the great community screenshots of players that have been sort of like using their own creative pattern in all of
Yes.
this, and it's great to see how even if they don't want like horror assets, they're changing it up to be more classical or like stuff like that.
And it's great to see this stuff with Supernatural too. I think there's a
Yeah.
lot of things you can do with it. This is a new love seat, and you can kind of see we've got some little claws here on the end, and it's got feet, so a little creepy there. And this is one of my favorite horror assets. We've got this new fireplace, and it has glowing eyes. Let's go into live mode there. So it's got the fire, and the eyes glow, and we've got the snakes here. And it's just a really fun asset. And we have our teen male here, who's hanging out in these new chairs.
I'm surprised you chose that male outfit. I'm sure other people have discovered the other male asset.
Yes, you know what? And let's take a look at that. We're going to have William over here come over. And, oops, we're going to actually go over to the dresser. And we're going to take a look at quite possibly one of the best assets that we've shipped in the Sims 3 movie stuff.
Just best asset in general, I think.
Yes. So when we first announced movie stuff, people on the forums were talking about the kind of content they'd like to see, and Rocky Horror came up quite a bit. And I knew if we didn't do it now, we were never going to have the opportunity to do it. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. There you
Male
go, inspired.
lingerie with a corset. Yes, Rocky Horror inspired. It's been really great to see your guys' reaction to this. I think my favorite thread on the forums was like, is this a mistake?
No, it's not a mistake.
And, you know, here's some of our other male assets. We have this great Western one with these frilly chaps. And this one's my favorite. This one's kind of a Doc Holliday style. And this is one of our supervillain assets. And here we have Peacock Man. Peacock Man's got some great hair. Oops, I'm in the... Never mind, I can't show you his hair because I'm not in CAS. I'm in the Plan Dresser UI. Let's see. Let's take a look at a few more of those hero assets. This one is for Super Justice Llama. You can see he's kind of got a little cape going down the back there. And we have Freezer Bunny Man. And we've got the Good Bunny logo and the Evil Bunny logo on him. So you can take a look at those. And this is another one. This goes with a really awesome hair that we have. But I think that's all we have time for.
Thanks, Sarah, for walking us through that.
Yeah.
We just saw 3 great themes that included Western, horror, as well as comic book hero content. Has great cast stuff, even new storytelling sort of tools that, you know, you showed us through Build By.
Yeah, and please, you know, send me your screenshots of what you guys are doing with movie stuff. People have been sending them to me, and it's been really awesome. I've been sharing them with the Sims 3 team via our spam email list, and everybody's really been enjoying them. We've been getting a lot of the Western content screenshots. But it'd be great to see more of the superhero stuff too.
Yeah. Well, let's take some questions. Remember to use the hashtag TheSimsLB as well as Cover It Live. That should be right on the page of the live broadcast page. And right now, I'm going to take a look at some of these questions.
What do you want to know?
I think, you know, Sarah, what is one of your favorite, objects that are in this game? There's actually some really great stuff. Talk about the inspiration.
Oh, boy. I could talk about the inspiration for like a half hour, King.
Yeah.
So for the horror content, we really wanted to do sort of spooky horror. So I think there's sort of a Burton-esque inspiration there, and I think you've seen that with, you know, the claws on the love seat and the glowing eyes on the fireplace, and some of the patterns we've applied and things. And for the Western content, we were really inspired by the spaghetti Western movies, you know, that were not really realistic content, but were kind of more fun, made-up content. And for the hero and villain stuff, just that is stuff we've wanted to make for a really long time, and we've never had an opportunity to do it. So it was really wonderful to do the stuff pack and have an opportunity to do that. We had so much fun brainstorming. It was very creative.
Yeah. And it's great to also see some sort of, you know, a lot of the great sort of winks to the history of The Sims 3, as well as,
definitely.
you know, from everything from llamas to the Freezer Bunny, as well as introducing peacocks into the mix.
It's a first, you know, maybe we'll see peacocks in the future. You never know.
This is a great question. I believe it's coming through Twitter. I think it's, can you play Into the Future with the movie stuff? And yeah.
Yes, definitely. You can play movie stuff with the base game or any of the expansion packs.
Yeah, and even I think on Facebook last week we released a screenshot using movie stuff where it was a bunch of a hero costumed Sims flying around on jetpacks, and so
that is awesome.
And using hover bikes and, you know, the wind carver. So I really kind of would love for you guys to start mixing some of that content together to see kind of even the new stories that you'll be able to tell.
Yeah, I've seen some great things too on the forums that was mixing, you know, movie stuff with Supernatural. You know, and the Western stuff goes great with Lucky Palms and the store casino items.
Wait, I think also we've been hearing some confusion on the forums about the Origin exclusive set and how people are able to get it. We went through it a little bit earlier. Do you mind just walking us through? I know that you also saw on Twitter,
yeah.
And people had some questions around
so the director's set content is not pre-order only. If you buy from Origin now, you'll still get a code for that. So, you know, please, if you haven't picked up movie stuff already and you're interested in that additional content, you know, go get it through Origin and you'll get some bonus goodies.
And there's another question. You showed off kind of the squirrel sidekick costume.
Yes.
Are there more assets for kids, you know, in the other categories?
Yes,
instead of what you just showed?
movie stuff is awesome. It contains assets for kids, teens, adults, and elders. for both genders. So, we also have a lot of shoes, which is
Yeah.
wonderful for a stuff pack. We don't always get to make shoes, so it was really exciting to make a lot of new shoes in this pack. And there's a lot of hair for adults, teens, adults, and elders.
Great. Another question that's coming in already is, can your Sims use movie stuff to have your Sim make a movie? That's
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
if you're a movie maker,
Yeah.
this is a great pack. It's got a lot of really interesting assets. Also, none of these assets should be coming up randomly on your Sims in the world. I know that's
Yeah.
always a concern when
Just
we make...
imagine just that
Yeah.
the male asset that you just saw come
Yeah,
up
exactly.
randomly.
You want him roaming around Sunset Valley, right? So really, these should be fun thematic content. And if you're a movie maker, you can use the tools that are already in game to use this content to make your own movies.
Great. I got a question for me. King, what is your favorite movie genre? My favorite movie genre is definitely horror. I can't describe to you how much I love horror movies. And it's scary. I've been asked why, and I can't explain it.
He's just a scary guy.
I'm just a
in general.
scary guy. If you
He's
So-
afraid of clowns.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Let's keep these things private right now. I don't. So, I think that's it. With that said, having shared more of myself than I wanted to, thank you so much, Sarah, for showing us the Simpson movie stuff, which just came out last week. Make sure you grab your copy of that through Origin or at your local retailer. And we, again, 3 great themes, bunch of storytelling opportunities, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and bye everyone. I'll see you next time.
And so right now, next, I'm going to be walking you through another detailed look into The Sims 3 Into the Future. And The Sims 3 Into the Future is coming out this October 22nd in North America, as well as October 24th to the 25th in our international territories. And The Sims 3 Into the Future allows you to invent your future, from everything to creating your own Plumbots through Create a Plumbot, taking your Sims into the future and back, as well as seeing what kind of new stories that you can tell based off your Sims' present-day actions that affects alternate futures in the new world of Oasis Landing. So let's kick it off into a pre-recorded video of a demo that I just did earlier, and we will take a look at what this future has in store for us. So this is Lana. Lana is in cast, showing off some of the new sleepwear, but of course I really love all the great Into the Future cast content that we have coming your way. We have some great full body outfits, some more whimsical, some a little bit more future geometric, as I might call them. This is actually one of my favorite ones. I really like the detailing and the color blocking on this. But of course, we got some top and bottom pieces, separates. That's an interesting auto choice on that on that bottom pants. Let's find a little bit something more colorful. I like that. And of course, I don't think we're matching quite well. I think in the future, there is some fashion standards. Okay. And of course, an expansion pack is an expansion pack without some new hair assets. I call that the origami hair with that scrunchie in the back. I don't know what to call this hairstyle. It's kind of like Phoenix's Crutz, I think. And in The Sims 3 Into the Future, you get new makeup to really kind of tie in this look. And I feel like we're going to go for a little bit something more dramatic. Yes, I think this is perfect. If ever any of the Sims studio producers would like me to address them in real life, I'm not sure based off of this, they would believe in my ability to do so. But Lana here, it's 7 a.m. in game. She's using the Dream Pod to dream, and using one of the program chips that we talked about during the Gamescom live broadcast. You'll see the program chip, actually just that green thing right next to her. She activated a new function on the Dream Pod to allow her to dream about The Sims 4. And you see some of the new kind of pop-up icons as you influence her dream. Everything from having her dream about emotions to intelligence. And since she's waking up, and she's gonna head downstairs and make herself some breakfast. And not only is she gonna make herself breakfast, she's gonna because of the fact that all the future tech objects in this game is tied to a new skill called Advanced Technology skill. As you build up the new technology skill, you unlocked the ability to create also and program new recipes into this object called the food synthesizer. And because she can, she's going to synthesize some chocolate gnomes for breakfast. I always want dessert for breakfast. I know it's not good for me, but I can do this in game, so might as well do so here. So as Lana is taking a seat, and let's take a look at what she's eating here. It's a new food item, again, called the chocolate gnome. I'm sure it's a little bit complicated to make in real life, but I challenge any of our players to do so, having seen some people recreate some of our food products here. But these little things here are called sprites, and they're a new object or new kind of digital pets that you can have by having the Holodisc object. You can activate them, and as you actually go through the advanced technology skill and build up more, you get to unlock more varieties of them. So our Lana here is a kind of like a bot fan. She has a new bot fan trait, and she has created actually Plumbato 2.0, as I call them, and Roboto 2.0 has some trait chips that's been installed into him, and these trait chips you can use or actually adjust onto these Plumbots by creating trait chips yourself and through unlocking new recipes that you learn as you build up your bot building skill. As you can see, Roboto 2.0 has one of the trait chips called being afraid of humans or just regular Sims, and so when Lana just tried to give him a high five just to do a morning greeting, as I would greet any Plumbots in real life, our Plumbot here just kind of ran away and fainted. But I also think there's another thing that, oh no, oh, we just splotted oil all over the floor. So, you know, there's some new characteristics. But what Plumbato 2.0 is doing is also scanning our sim Lana here to find out her emotion. And, you know, Plumbato needs her to calm down. She's like, I don't need you to be giving me high fives. I'm going to try to give you a sad beam so you too can also feel like how I feel. Fear. They're not really happy right now with each other. I'm like, how rude of you. I just came here to say good morning. You're like, I don't like humans. So Lana just hasn't been having a good day. So she's going to head upstairs to what I call the cryostasis room. And what you're looking at is is the new object from the limited edition version of The Sims 3 Into the Future. And the limited edition content pack is called the Quantum Power Pack. And as a part of the Quantum Power Pack, you get the Quantum Power Chamber that allows your sim to enter into a cryostasis sleep. And Lana here, you know, her moods and, you know, all her needs aren't doing that well. So once you actually enter into this Quantum Power Chamber, it auto-stabilizes your Sim's needs meters as well as locking in their aging. And so this is just a quick way for you to actually take care of your Sims without having to already take care of all their different needs. Because like I said earlier, ain't nobody got time to take care of your Sim's bladder. So we have Devin here, and Devin's just waking up from his stasis sleep thanks to the Quantum Power Chamber. But another thing that this Quantum Power Chamber can do is enable your Sim to equip themselves with a Quantum Power Suit. There you go. And not only is it a suit, it comes with this really special quantum power bracer, and it allows your Sims to do many different things. One of them is allow them to warp into different community lots in the world. And once you actually do so and designate a destination, it opens up a time warp hole and automatically teleports them into where you designated them to go. And one of the things we're showing off new here is the wasteland area of Oasis Landing. And as part of this kind of wasteland environment, you'll also be able to see new plant objects, and I think we're going to be taking a look at one of them now. They're called crystal plants. And these crystal plants allow your Sims to sort of not only plant them, but also inject them with emotions that allow you to really charge them with an emotion. So Devin here has been taking care of these crystal plants in his free time out in the wasteland, charging them from everything with love to laughter to even rage. And as you charge them, your plants actually become harvestable at a certain point based upon how much you've actually charged them up. And you get to harvest them, and you get get these crystals that you can use either on yourself, or even use on other Sims in the world. And I think he's actually just going to be making or collecting some of these crystals from these crystal plants. Since Lana hasn't been having a good day, I'm glad that he's collecting some of the crystal from the laughter crystal plant. I think she needs a little bit laughter in her life now. So as you can see, you can also use that to harness hysteria, since hysteria is also linked to laughter, I guess. When I laugh pretty hysterically, I've heard some community members comment on my laugh, so that's why I enter into hysteric laughing fits all the time. But not only do you find crystal plants out here, you also get to see little scraps and bundles here and there in the wasteland of Oasis Landing. And when you excavate them, it allows you to get some mysterious fragments. I think there's 4 different fragments that you can collect. And once you collect them, it forms together into this mysterious key. And if you haven't seen so before, we have this crash alien mysterious door that leads to a sort of a alien ship, I think. So Devin's having put together a key together using the 4 different fragments. He's using it to open up the alien spaceship door and take a look inside and see what awaits there. I don't think a lot of people have seen this yet, but there's some chambers, mysterious chambers, pedestals, and once you open it up, it allows you to actually grab some of the objects that appear on the pedestal. And this is where you have a chance to also discover some of the program chips that allow your Sims to activate some of the Sims 4 related experiences on the future tech objects, including the Dream Pod, as well as the wall projection panel that allows you to take a look at some of the Sims 4 concept art, which we showed during the last broadcast. So wrapping up our demo here, we're going to take a look at, because I just love the different poses that our Sims get into in these quantum power chambers. I think this really sort of like defines how Lana has been feeling during her day. And so with that said, that is our look at the Sims 3 Into the Future demo. I hope you enjoy that. And let's I guess talk a little bit about the rest of the Sims 3 Into the Future. What you saw earlier is your look at the Sims 3 Into the Future. Everything from the Sims 3 Into the Future Limited Edition that included the Quantum Power Pack. And again, the Quantum Power Pack is available when you pre-order the Sims 3 Into the Future at your local retailer or at Origin. And if you haven't heard about our announcement, we also have the Sims 3 Into the Future Origin exclusive content pack that is also including some unique assets that you can play in game, and it's called the Dark Industrial set, and it really kind of allows you to build out some of the more sort of darker industrial chic feel of a future setting for your Sims. Right now, I think we're ready to answer some questions about The Sims 3 Into the Future. And remember, you can use the hashtag TheSimsLB as well as using Cover It Live. And make sure you share your thoughts about The Sims 3 Into the Future as well as everything that you're seeing during the show. So is the crystal plants available for home gardens? Yeah, you can actually plant these crystal plants in your Sims lots. Crystal plants are so awesome. The sprites could sprites have been infant plum bobs? That is an interesting question. No, sprites are digital pets of their own. There weren't digital versions of plum bots, but I could see where that narrative was going. Is there a limit to how many sprites you can have? There isn't a limit of how many sprites you can have. You actually can change the form of the holo sprite, as they're called, on your HoloDisc object based upon the level of advanced technology skill that you have. There's different forms called, if I remember correctly, gammas, and there's all these different forms. But as you actually go about unlocking new levels of your Sims advanced technology skill, you get to unlock new holo sprite forms on your HoloDisc. So great question. can you make your career from making Plumbots for other Sims? Yeah, you can actually. There's a new career, self-employed career of being a Plumbot sort of engineer, creator, inventor, and that includes you selling them off into the bot emporium as well as bring them into the bot arena and see. And I can't wait for you guys to actually get a hold of the game. There's so much really cool stuff that you can do with these Plumbots, between making them as part of a self-employed career to actually bring them out into the world and seeing what they can do for you and other Sims. And a Plumbot store, yes, there's so many great comments that are coming through. What type of Plumbot can we build? I know that we've answered these questions before, but I love going through these questions regarding Plumbots. There's everything that you can customize, and all these Plumbots that you can customize in Create a Plumbot. And Create a Plumbot is similar to Create a Sim. You go in and you adjust everything from the look of their head, their body, to whether or not they are full four-limbed Plumbots or even a hoverbot. And of course, as part of a customization, you get to use the trait chip system to customize them with unique trait chips, ranging from being afraid of humans, as you saw earlier in the demo, that has them running away every time they see a human sim, or even splashing oil on the floor, to being everything like a help around the house, like a nanny bot, a gardener that might help you take care of your crystal plants. Let's take a look. Are there new lifetime wishes? There are definitely new lifetime wishes as part of a new expansion pack. And another great question that's coming in is, what is the Dark Industrial set comprised of? There's new staircases, there's a new hearthfire. It kind of really harps back to this sort of, I would like to say, kind of steampunk oriented, futuristic rustic, maybe is the definition of these objects. But we'll definitely be releasing a screenshot of what is included in the Dark Industrial set as part of the Sims 3 Into the Future Origin exclusive later on. So if it's not already on there, keep an eye out on our Facebook page, as we will definitely be offering you a look at the content. So can you upload Plumbots to Exchange? I think that's an interesting question. Yeah, this should be possible. I don't see why not. Do Plumbots take up a slim slot then? I think that's a great question about, how many Plumbots that you can create and add them to your household. Yeah, they actually become part of your household. And so depending on the family size that you have currently, your new Plumbots that you create, unless you sell them off, becomes a part of your household. So yeah, so definitely keep aware of how many Plumbots you create. And if not, make sure you select the good ones and kind of sell off the bad ones. Are there special new careers? I know we talked about it earlier, but I'm going to also offer some new information, or information that you guys might not know. Besides careers, I think there's some really great new opportunities that your Sims can take advantage of. So instead of building skills and just playing through the skill level, you actually get to do new things with them in the present day, based upon what sort of legacy your present day Sims wants to leave. So on top of new careers that I'm sure you guys will find out more about in the pack, there's even an opportunity for your Sims to learn and get to level 10 on the Laser Rhythmicon, and also play for up to 12 Sims in the present day and unlock a new legacy statue of your Sims in the future. And some of the legacy statues and legacy that your Sims will leave allow your Sims to even unlock new interactions. So it's not even about just new careers, it's new ways for your Sims to affect their present day lives, from their professions to their skill sets to even some of the actions that they take, and see what legacies and stories that they can tell in the future, and even bring back some of that experience into present day. Are there dangerous things about the future? That is a great question. And as part of our live broadcast in October, we're actually going to be going through the cause and effect gameplay that allows you to change the future of Oasis Landing into a utopian future of Oasis Landing or a dystopia. And the dystopia one, I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's full of, crazy things that happen. Meteors to, Sims that eat bugs, and three-eye fish, as you might have seen in some our producer walkthrough trailer. So keep an eye out on our Facebook page and also as Twitter, as we'll be announcing another live broadcast soon. So with that said, I think we've answered a good amount of questions. We got some great blogs that are coming onto the sims3.com, so keep an eye out. We're also released some great information about the Sims 3 Into the Future thus far. And as a reminder, when you pre-order the Sims 3 Into the Future, you will receive the limited edition content pack, which is the Quantum Power Pack that includes the Quantum Power Changer, the Quantum Power Suit, as well as if you pre-order on Origin or purchase the Sims 3 Into the Future on Origin, you will receive the Dark Industrial set. And without further ado, as I said, we have Lisa Smith from the Sims 3 store. Hi, Lisa.
I'm here.
Welcome. You're finally. Thank you so much for joining us today. As if we haven't had enough great content. We're just we have just so much stuff to show you guys. I'm really excited about what you're bringing to us from the Sims 3 store in this new world.
Yeah, but I have to say, I was sitting here throughout his entire video, and when that robot fainted, I wanted to crack up so bad.
You were like, thank you for keeping your mute.
Yeah, you guys, my laugh, and it's very hard to do that silently, but that was hilarious. I cannot wait for Into the Future.
Yeah. So I think with that said, you're here to show us off this new world that's coming out next week, right?
Yes, it's coming out on the 26th, next Thursday, not the Thursday coming up, but the Thursday after that, and we're so crazy excited.
Yeah.
Midnight Hollow is this upcoming world, and we wanted to do something that was a little on the rougher and grittier side of The Sims, because if there's one thing that we're fantastic at here at The Sims 3 is making very, very pretty things. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to see what we could do sort of on the edge of pretty, sort of on the outskirts. What can we do with something that's a little different? And we also wanted to have a world that was more focused on the Sims themselves. So all of the Sims have these very interesting stories. They're very eccentric. They all have a past. They all have a background. I had a ton of fun writing those, so read them. No.
Read the narratives.
Read the bios. But they're very, very eccentric and fun Sims, and I think that you're really going to like what we have to show you.
So speaking of showing us, let's kick it off into the demo I think you prepared for us today, right?
I think we should start with the trailer.
Oh, with the trailer, okay. So let's take it off into the trailer.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. I just got really excited.
Tucked away in a distant land lies the quiet village of Midnight Hollow. In this dark and remote vale, where the sun never shines, lives a vibrant community of eccentric Sims. Once the outcasts of society, these Sims are now accepted and loved. There are plenty of thriving shops in this small town. Set up your own store and hire employees to help you earn extra simoleons. Open an electronics store, a home boutique, or even a car showroom. The possibilities are endless. So come make your mark in Midnight Hollow, where business is booming and every Sim is free to be who they are.
And we're back. So let's talk more, instead of just talking more about it, I think you have something more to show us about the Sims 3 Midnight Hollow,
we have
right?
a demo, and you guys saw not only some of the examples of the eccentric Sims, like the billionaire hobo, but also some of the things that you can do with the Savvy Sellers collection. I know that you're dying to see it, so let's hop on in game and take a look around the world. Okay, so this is Midnight Hollow. It's a dark town that's rather secluded in this gorgeous star-shaped valley. I don't know if you can see the legs of the star kind of going in a circle here. Here right in the center, you see our downtown square that I'll show you in just a moment. But the sim that's going to be taking us around the town is, of course, Olive Specter. Olive Specter is the legacy family from The Sims 2. You know, we love our legacy families. And she, if you're not very familiar, has a very mysterious past. She's had a number of husbands that die mysteriously. And mysteriously.
That's not eerie at all.
Very suddenly. And her son, who magically appeared named Nervous Subject, it's rumored that his father is deaf. So
You really gave some thought into these characters. I applaud you on this.
Well, you know, her story was formed from the beginning. She's
Yeah.
just, once we came up with Midnight Hollow as a theme, we knew that Olive was the one. So what you'll see, I absolutely adore the architecture in this world. We have a lot of new decor pieces that you guys are going to die for. And each of the homes takes on sort of a Victorian Gothic revival theme. So the story for this world is actually, it was a bustling Victorian town about 100 to 150 years ago. And the people who were living there at the time decided, you know what, it's just not sunny enough, so they abandoned it. So the townspeople that live there now came back in, fixed it up, and really wanted to make a place of their own. They wanted to escape, you know, the normal lifestyle and create something that was entirely theirs with, you know, that vintage appeal. So what we went for with the decor inside the homes is having the same general palette, but having bursts of color that really give you a little bit of insight into the Sims themselves. So you see there's a lot more color in Nervous's room. He's clearly a large factor in Olive's life. There's a couple bursts of color in her bedroom, a little more in the dining room, and you really get to see a bit more of the Sim. Not to mention, here in her backyard are actually the graves of some of her unfortunate husbands with a name like Rigor Mortis and Euthanasia. I mean, they had it coming. We knew what was going to happen there. So that's her and her home. She is also the owner of the Fanciful Furniture Store. So let's have her come on and enter her store.
Furniture.
And she's going to bring Nervous to her store, and we'll see the inside in just a moment. I wanted to introduce you to the pieces of the Savvy Sellers collection. So here, this is how they come in their default state, not colored for the town. There are 5 different rugs, a pedestal, a shelf, the shop door, the register, and a parking lot. So you saw in the trailer that with this parking space, you can sell cars. You can have a showroom, a used car dealership, really whatever you want to do to sell cars, you can now create a lot for that. And with these surfaces, you can piece them together, color them, change their textures, and really create a customized store for you. So the way that they work is basically anything that you put on these rugs will be for sale. They tie all back into your register. You have a register on the lot. You decide, I want to be a refrigerator salesman. Plop some refrigerators on your rug. Not going to pop too many. She's kind of poor. And these will now be for sale in your store. So the possibilities are really up to you. They're rather limitless. Anything that you see in buy mode is safe to sell. You can be a refrigerator salesman. I personally, in my game, that's not in this one, but in the game that I play, set up a Bed Bath & Beyond. So, where I actually sold beds, none of the just blanket business. Oh, wait, I didn't have it on play. So let's have her speedily come in. See what happens when I get too excited and don't pay attention? So here's the inside of our Fanciful Furniture Store. And as you can see, when you can definitely change and color the rugs to really suit the store that you're trying to portray. I'm going to go ahead and hire a sales clerk. Let's see who I get. This guy, Robbie Vang. So the sales clerk will tend your register and just bounce around your store. When you first get started, you want to make sure that you set the hours on your store door. It's varied. You can literally set whatever hour to whatever hour.
Sometimes I want to shop until 3 a.m.
You know?
Especially at a bed store.
And
maybe sleep there.
I actually went grocery shopping at 2 a.m. just yesterday. So,
okay.
You know.
Things to share of your life, Lisa. Things to share of your life.
There's a little bit about me there. I went shopping in the middle of the night for no reason. So you can you set your hours to the store that you want. You can tend the register yourself, or someone can tend the register for you, a sales clerk. And you put things on the rug. Sims will come. They'll consider your items. Well, she's not impressed with my chair. Thanks, lady. I took some time with that chair. But they'll wander through your store and take a look at all the items you have, and then they'll choose to buy. Now, they can buy straight from the rugs themselves, so sometimes you'll see the Sims. I'm not sure if we'll see Estelle today. She's seeming a little cheap and chintzy. But they will buy while they're staring at the rugs or at the pedestal and shelf themselves, or they'll come up to the register and purchase from there. There! Yay, that guy. Oh, that was $900 chair. Wow. Okay, that was great for me.
Throw some simoleons.
Another thing you can do with these objects is set your markup. You'll have to really choose the items that you're going to sell, their worth, their quality. Let's make them all a crazy high price. I probably won't get many sales, but you set the markup, or you can set the discount. And what's great about this is that they made it so you can make it just for the items in the room, just for this item, or all of the items on the lot, so you don't have to go item by item and set things on sale. That would drive me crazy. Wow, $1,800. She actually bought that chair. That's awesome.
It's what I do at a furniture store.
I know.
I just throw money.
Now I feel bad for calling her cheap. So another great thing you can do from the register is check the sales performance on your lot. So far today, I've sold $2,900 worth of stuff, and for the lifetime of my store, I've sold, $2,900 worth of stuff. It's a brand new store. But it shows you the number of items you sold, what you sold today, and what you sold over the lifetime of your store. So that's it on the Savvy Sellers collection. It's pretty epic. We have a number of stores preset in the world. We have a general store. For lease and for rent are the empty stores that are pre-made, so you can fill them with whatever you like. Mm-hmm. We have a bookstore and an art gallery. Oh, you know what? While I'm here, I know you guys have seen photos, but I adore our Uber rabbit hole. So this whole piece you see, this is the business rabbit hole. This entire chunk in the middle. One of our fantastic world builders built this, and he built it so it looked like its own little shopping square. Mm-hmm. So you can see, and your sim can actually go within here. There are a couple benches that they can sit in. They can route around the entire thing.
Or just lurk.
Look in these shops.
Lurk in the shops.
It really did allow us to create sort of a shopping district and an alleyway here, and it ties the whole thing together just beautifully. Yeah. I think this is probably my favorite rabbit hole. It's absolutely brilliant, and how it looks like completely different buildings when it's all one and the same. Speaking of shops, though, I think it's time for me to show you the reveal that Sim Guru Tater Tot hinted at Twitter. This is our venue. Our special venue that comes with the gold edition of Midnight Hollow. This is the Golden Ticket Toy Factory. Oh, toy shop. I'm sorry. It's a shop.
Not a factory.
Not a factory. But it's a really fantastic toy store. We came up with a theme because we wanted to bring toy making back from The Sims 2. It was a longtime favorite, and really, you can never have enough toys. So out here we have it's a faux carousel, but this is a brand new Spring Rider that comes together in actually a really brilliant way. Again, the same world builder who made the Uber rabbit hole made this ingenious carousel. He is brilliant. We also have our Nutcracker and our creepy doll. This doll is especially creepy. But they are on a custom checkerboard. It will not play checkers. This is just for fiction.
Oh, no, they're not creepy at all.
Don't expect them to move without you. That would be really frightening. Here's the playland that your kids can come. We really just wanted to create a place for kids. And some of our other venues, we have a space for adults, like the gym in the corner or a bar upstairs. Not this time. This time we wanted it entirely for kids. So let's actually have Olive come over just so she can hang out at the store. And this also is the very, very first time that we've ever released a venue on the Sims 3 store that includes the premium content from the world. So this venue actually has the premium content for the world built in it. We've never done this before, but we could not pass up the opportunity to take this toy factory into a toy store.
A toy store.
Yes. So this is laid out with all of our dense shelves. Let me actually... You guys know that I don't play walls up, but we should anyway because this is absolutely wonderfully done. The decor is perfect in here. Another little playland, and we have a ton of new toys. So while it's let's hire another sales clerk here with some amazing new posters, lots of new toys, and lots of. This is just one example of what you can do with the Savvy Sellers collection. We put it together with the toys and made a fantastic store out of it. Here you can see sort of like the workman's part. This is where you would imagine that the crafters are handcrafting these gorgeous toys. But not really. Because up here on the second floor you see that they are actually just toy machines. This is the Titanic toy machine, which is the premium content that comes for the venue, not with the venue, because the venue has the world stuff too. But the Titanic toy machine is what will actually make all of these toys. We have Baby Bricks-a-Lot, Race Car, Drum, Clown in a Box, which you saw on the page in that scary screenshot. And some of these toys are actually little mini premium contents on their own. Like the kite has new gameplay. The baby playmat has new gameplay. And the race car, I believe, is a remote car. Yes, I'm not pointing to the wrong thing. So we're going to go ahead and take a look. Let's see. I don't have a baby to show you the playmat. My toddler's a little too old. So she's making the playmat, but afterwards I'm going to go ahead and have her make the clown in a box so we can play with it and take a look. So she's made her playmat. It's ready to go. It pops right into her inventory. A couple of the right settings on the machine, and out pops your toy in a puff of smoke. These are absolutely spectacular, and the toys that come out of them are amazing. And again, change the textures, change the colors, make them what you will. You can really create a customized store or just amazing toys for your children. So let's grab the clown in a box. And we're actually going to set that on the floor. Let's see. Ooh, you know what? Nervous might be too young to play with it. Which, you know what? It's okay. It's kind of a scary thing.
I mean, don't want to traumatize you.
The poor
what kind of parent are you?
And let's see. We don't have any other children on the lot, do we? Oh, just our creepy scientist, but he's no fun. He's actually our evil scientist in this world who kidnapped someone and stole them away.
These narratives of yours.
I'm just saying. Okay, unfortunately, I don't have the proper children on my lot to show you those amazing toys, but, I mean, they are great, and I am doing an extended demo, so I think I can pull some children and make it work right in that one.
There you go. Not pull some children.
I pull some children and make it do what I want it to do.
Just me on Cover It Live is just like, shut up and take my money already.
Oh, I would love to. Let's do it.
So I think with that said, thanks for giving us a look at The Sims 3 Midnight Hollow. That's coming from the Sims store.
Yeah.
Again, it's coming out next Thursday, not this
Thursday.
Thursday, but
So
this
soon.
upcoming. Yep. So soon. But you're gonna have another in-depth look.
Yes,
on that soon,
yes.
Right?
So as you guys may have noticed, I didn't really have enough time today to jump into the amazing cast. We have lots of new cast for this world, and I didn't get a chance to jump into the items. Some of you have even counted on the page. There are, in fact, more items in this world than any world, and even a couple of them combined. This world is pretty ridiculous in the number of items.
They're going through and counting.
Yes,
I
and
love
even
it.
then, we're not showing you all of the walls and floors on the page, so there are even more items, and I don't have time to show them. That's why I'm recording an extended demo, and it will be available on the Sims YouTube channel September 18th and September 19th. So check back on our channel. There will be 2 little demos for you there while I go through these extra objects, and I'll make sure to
make sure not have a child play with a clown in the box. Yeah.
Make sure I have some actual children around to play with my toys.
So let's go into some Q&A.
Okay,
right?
let's
so
do it.
With that said, keep your eyes out for. We'll be keeping our eyes out for some of the questions that are coming your way through the hashtag through Twitter using the hashtag TheSimsLB, as well as Cover It Live. We already got some good questions coming in, as well as seeing some of your feedback around The Sims 3 and Midnight Hollow. One of the questions is, can you sell things like collectibles from your inventory in these stores?
So there is a limit to what you can sell, and the limit is the item has to have a price, like a functional price, and it has to be something more or less. The things that are in buy menu are the safest to say for sure you can sell. Collectibles, unfortunately, you cannot sell. Also, there are a number of craftables that you cannot sell. Anything that really has its own way of being sold already in the game, like food or paintings that you create, those unfortunately cannot be sold in the Savvy Sellers collection. But anything in buy mode, from any
buy mode.
EP, any SP, those are all good to go.
I think there was even a question about Plumbots, but that also answers the question. It already has its own way of being sold out in the
Yes.
expansion pack.
Yes.
So, okay, that's great. Another question is, can you have seasons in Midnight Hollow?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And
Okay.
it looks fantastic under snow.
I can also like fall foliage and.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All of our worlds are set to work with base game, so if you add EP content, it's just all the better.
There's a builder's question. There is what is the size of the toy store lot? I think they want to know they want to put it into their other worlds.
Ooh, I will
Great
check.
builder question.
I do believe it's 40 by 40, but since I have it open here, let me just double check. It is 40 by 40. I was right.
There you go. You know your stuff.
Yeah.
Going through some more questions. Can you name the store? Like, can you go in and decide, like, once you build the store?
Oh yes,
can you
I'm
decide
sorry,
its
I
own
didn't show
name?
you that. It's actually one of the features with the store door. You can actually rename the store to whatever you want. So if you hate that I named it Fanciful Furniture, you can rename it whatever you like.
One of the questions is a great question about the world of Midnight Hollow. Is there ever daylight? Would you ever see daylight?
Yes, you do see daylight.
Like, is it always dark? That is a great question.
But the world is intentionally darker than other worlds. So will you see it as bright as Sunset Valley? No, you won't. It's intentionally a darker world, but it's not like pitch black. It doesn't always look like nighttime. We have varying weather patterns, which brings me to another comment I saw from someone on Twitter. The screenshot of the bright red world that you saw, that is real. That is not fake. That is one of the custom weather patterns. So as you randomly play the game, one day the world will turn red. We have cloudy, we have partly cloudy, we have clear. So the weather will vary, and you will have sunny days.
Another great question, I think this is from Cover It Live, from Alyssa Tina, is, can your Sims live on the same lot as their shop?
Yes. Oh my goodness. I completely didn't cover that, and that's a wonderful question. You can create stores in your homes. It's those objects, wherever you can place those objects is where you can have them. You can create a store with no walls if you want to. You can't use the shop door really, but wherever you can take that Savvy Sellers collection, like if you want to make the first floor of your house your store, or maybe just your living room, place those rugs, place that pedestal, place the shelf, put things on it, and your store is good to go.
A question from Twitter is, can you buy the venue as an individual venue?
You cannot, not currently, especially since of the amazing custom way we're doing it, where the world premium content is in the venue. You can only buy it as a part of the gold edition of Midnight Hollow.
Great. I think that's all the questions that we have for now. Thank you so much for giving us a look at The Sims 3 Midnight Hollow, again, coming out
You're
next
welcome.
Thursday. As well as all the great content from the venue to the gold edition stuff. And I can't wait from everything that we showed you today, which includes the Sims 3 movie stuff, thanks to Sarah Holding, as well as I gave you a look at another deep look into the Sims 3 Into the Future.
I have one more announcement.
Yep.
Sorry, if you guys have any questions that we haven't been able to cover here, Sim Guru Copeland and I are going to be on Twitter and the forums on Friday, September 20th during our own Ask the Producers event. So go ahead and tweet us with the hashtag HeyGurus, and on Friday we'll be answering all of your questions. And Sim Guru Copeland is like the king of the Savvy Sellers collection, so I'm gonna let him answer all those. But it'll be fun. Come with questions.
there was already questions that we tried to answer, so I'm sure that there's going to be way
yeah.
more great questions that are definitely coming your way. So thanks, Lisa, for walking us through that
Thank
again.
you.
And, great questions. And I think that about wraps it up. But before we go, I actually want to share another announcement. Check out a new release of the Sims 3 official magazine. It's available free online and for download on iPad, on iPhone, and on Android. This month's issue covers many things that you saw today, including the Sims 3 movie stuff, the Sims 3 Into the Future, as well as an in-depth feature on the Sims 4. I think that's all.
That might be it.
I think sometimes I feel like there's more and more. I feel like we already gave you a lot.
There's
What
always
more could you ask? But thank you so much for joining us today. And we look forward to all the great stuff that you're going to be doing with the Sims 3 movie stuff, the Sims 3 Into the Future, as well as the Sims 3 Midnight Hollow. And Susu.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.